Yes, people. Welcome to another stream on the channel. But we are streaming on our school and Hannah Coach Corner. So make sure you guys do like and subscribe. And with me is, of course, Hannah. How you doing, Hannah?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Just can't believe I'm seeing Ghana in the World Cup. Yeah, you know. Uh, yeah, still
Hey,
feeling about that.
Hannah's still rattled that South Africa lost 1-0, but it is what
Nah,
it
nah, nah. We
is.
didn't lost 1-0. We got robbed 1-0. Oh,
Mm.
so yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
first off,
man. 100%. Listen, this for me, it's a huge game. It's gonna be interesting to see how Portugal play tonight. Also, with the announcement that the fraud Ronaldo has got his contract terminated, so it's gonna be interesting to see how Portugal play. But listen, I'm with Ghana today. I'm back in Ghana.
yeah. Ooh,
I know that Bruno's playing, so uh, I mean that lot is on the bench. So obviously, I want Bruno to play good, but for me, Ghana up the Ghana man. But yeah.
yeah.
Make sure you guys do like
Best of luck.
subscribe. 100%, 100%. But yeah, Money will be joining us with us soon. He's currently doing something at the moment, but yeah, he will be joining us soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, I think then you should switch us around if you're supporting Ghana because I don't like to be on the Ghana side. Uh, Yeah, there we go. There we go.
and in the back room we have Manny. How you doing, Manny?
Yeah,
What?
good. Got Luis Figo in the stadium, and they're just telling us the lineups. So it's not Rui Patricio who's in goal; it's Diogo Costa. Bit of a surprise, if you ask me.
Yeah, man. Listen, obviously United are linked with him, so let's see how he plays tonight. Um,
Cancelo, Diaz, Danilo, and Rafael in the back four. Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, and Ruben Neves, an all Premiership central midfield. How Felix, Otavio, and he who does not deserve to be named.
Ronaldo.
no, Suze, man. Come on, Ghana. Come on, Thomas Partey, man. Man, you have to back your own boy, Thomas Partey.
Of course, I'll be backing my own boy, especially with Fabi Vieira not playing for Portugal. Why would I back Portugal? You see?
Okay.
Yeah,
Nah. Nah.
100%.
One.
Oh, someone's calling Hannah. But yeah, listen, I think with score predictions wise, I'm going to say 2-1 Ghana. What do you
Do
say,
you
man?
actually believe Ghana will win?
Yep.
Well, Ghana actually are missing one of their stars of qualifying, Joe Wallacott, their goalkeeper. Poor fella broke his finger while playing back in England. So it's Laurent Santi Ziggy, the number one, who's in goal. Daniel Abate, among others, in the back five. Thomas Partey in the middle four, along with Andre Ayew, who is in fact captaining the side today, and Iñaki Williams. No relation to, I'm assuming, to Inaki Williams Jr., who played for Spain yesterday. So 4-3-3 against a 5-4-1. If it's anything like the Spain-Costa Rica match, I will tell you that Ghana are asking for trouble. Because Costa Rica also had a 5-4-1 yesterday, which transitioned, thankfully, into a 4-4-2. But that was probably after Spain scored. And still it wasn't good enough as Spain completely ran roughshod over them.
100%.
And I don't know if you saw the match yesterday, Orest, but do you think we're seeing a return to tiki-taka?
Who knows, man. But listen, I think anything could happen today, man, because this is the World Cup for you. And obviously Ghana, they could turn up. Maybe they won't, but obviously Bruno Fernandes is playing. Dalot is on the bench, so weird. I mean, Dalot needs to rest first things first. But yeah, Craig, big up to you. Says, big up. I pray and hope Party doesn't get injured. 100%. Like for me as a neutral fan, I don't want like any injuries to happen. I don't.
Yeah.
United fans, they usually say, "Oh, I wish." I don't know, Saka gets injured, but I'm not like that. I want everyone to stay fit. But obviously, they're panning the camera to Ronaldo.
Yeah, well, not where I'm watching. I mean, there are so many advertisements, it's scary. And now we have some more advertisements for the upcoming games. Of course, tomorrow is Groups A and B, which means England are playing. I wonder if you're going to be doing some sort of a preview to the England game tonight.
Yes, I will.
I'll look to join you for that. Obviously, after watching Brazil and Senegal. But listen, now that Hanno's back, I'll just be back in a couple of minutes, yeah?
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
But Hanno, man,
But
score predictions for tonight.
all right. Before we get to that, please just show the people that awful penalty decision by the ref. Please just show. People must know that South Africa should be in the
I
World
ain't getting
Cup.
copyrighted, I know, but yeah, I think people should know that. Obviously, South
Yeah,
Africa
you
did
won't get
lose.
copyright. You won't get copyright.
South Africa did lose 1-0 to Ghana. Obviously, look at Ronaldo. High five in the fans. Mate, you didn't do that when you left the game early, did you piece of shit? Obviously, the ceremony. Come on, Ghana, man. Make sure you guys smash the likes, whoever's tuning in right now.
What my prediction for that match? I think. What did I say? I said. I said 3-1 Portugal, and Portugal will demolish them.
Come on, Kudus.
Amate, he can get in the bin. Partey can get in the bin. Ayu, yeah, he can also get in the bin. All them, even a manager can get into the bin. Manchester United will become the first trillionaire-owned football club. What will they become? First
Ryan says, hello,
trillionaire.
just thought I'd pop in to say hello. Big up to you, Ryan, man. Hope you're doing well.
Be up, Brian. Be up yourself, bro. Be up. Be up, Craig. Also in the chat, he says, "Be up." I pray no Partey doesn't get injured. Nah, he can get injured. Yes.
Obviously, I don't wish any players to get injured, but if he was to get injured, that would be vital and that would be crucial on the title charge apparently. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
But I
right.
do
So,
want Bruno to play well, obviously. But yeah.
Bruno is the Portuguese Benfica. He came from
He
Sporting
goes left, he goes right,
Lisbon.
makes fans look shy. Look at that guy with the Ronaldo face marks, man. He's Ronaldo fanboys, but they're just twerking for him, man.
Run.
All right. Players are
Okay.
walking
All right.
out now.
Your
Players
score
are walking
prediction.
out. What was that?
Your score
Oh, yeah,
prediction.
I said 2-1 Ghana.
Boo! Boo! You are a disgrace.
Players are
Oh,
walking out.
you are a disgrace. You are a
The
disgrace.
players are walking out. Look at Ronaldo smiling. Yeah, you're smiling, mate. Yeah, you better smile, mate.
Oh, you are in. Alright, are you going to do a round review of all the games or not?
Well, for tonight, I think
Yeah,
I'm doing an
because
England USA preview, so I don't know how I'm gonna sort that in, but we'll see. Look, Ronaldo's licking his. Yeah, you lick your lips, mate. Yeah, lick your lips, mate.
go on, Ronnie.
He has that little makeup on him as well. He has that little makeup on him as well. He says wonder if Speed is actually going to see his hero. Nah, mate. Forget Speed. He ain't going to. Okay, Hano, calm down. I don't think Speed is in Qatar anyway, so I think he's in USA. So Speed, mate, he went to the last 2 United games, and Ronaldo wasn't even in the squad. All right, so Portugal national anthem is coming up now. But yeah, make up guys, do smash the likes. Portugal versus Ghana. Watch along.
Portugal, oh we are the Portuguese. We are not scared of anybody because we got
singing national anthem. Look at Ronaldo, man. I hope this guy.
Ronaldo.
Why is he crying in tears? He's in tears. Ronaldo's in tears. Ronaldo's in tears. Ronaldo's in tears. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in tears.
He's in tears. Think so. Oh,
man, Ronaldo's in tears, mate. Look at him crying, mate. Look at his little makeup, man. Yeah, his makeup. Oh, he's crying now. Oh, mate, yeah, you cry, mate. You're not going to do anything this game, mate. Come on, Diego Costa. Come on, Diego Costa, man. Want this guy out of
Come
trouble.
on. Your servant, we love you, Cristiano.
I think Hannah's a bit drunk today, so I'll just mute his mic. So, yeah. The Other Time podcast says predictions. As I said 2-1 Ghana for me. So now the Ghana.
3-1 Portugal. 3-1 Portugal.
I know you drank apple juice today. Just calm down. Obviously, I don't know what Manny said, but yeah. Manny should be back soon. Thomas Partey, come on, man.
You're shy. You're shy. Your name is Thomas
that?
Partey, and you
Oh,
are
look
so
at
shy.
you, fam. Ayu. This is the wrong Ayu, by the way. That's the Ayu's brother. Not the Crystal Palace one, but Ayu's brother. I think. Ghana, man. Come on, Ghana.
Oh, Ghana, you're so shy. You don't deserve. You cheat. You're
Guys,
dirty,
man.
dirty son.
Right, come on, Ghana. Come on. Right. So obviously the lineups now. They're gonna. Oh, never mind. No lineups. Just advertisement. But yeah, make sure you guys smash the likes if you're watching right now. Do smash the likes. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, man.
4 2 4 1 2 3 2 4 1 2 3 4 1 2
I'm coming
3.
back soon. I'm coming back. Give me a sec.
Yeah, they're just showing the lineup right now. Cristiano Ronaldo is starting, João Felix starting with Oviet, Bruno, Bernardo Silva, Bruno, and Ruben Neves is midfield. The price is no like proper sitter. They're putting the Applicant's armband around Ronaldo tightly. Now they're going to post for their photo. Portugal. This, yeah. Now it's Ghana stand, of course. If you don't know, they cheated. This is us. You can just search up World Cup qualifiers South Africa versus Ghana. So yeah, World Cup qualifiers penalty, and you will know. Then you will know. But make sure to smash like and subscribe and share the channel if you are new. Now they're doing coin toss the refs. Three of them are from the USA, one from France and one from Mexico. So there should not be any favoritism. Of course, there's 7 people in the VAR room. VAR control is Armando is from the USA, then a few others, but there is loads. There's about 20 screens, I think. But yeah, seems like a full pack stadium if they're showing the corner. Run up Ziggy,
Lawrence out Ziggy.
And
Abdul Samad Kudus along with Partey and Andre Ayew and Iñaki Williams up front.
oh, you're so shy. Oh, God, are you so shy? You cheat. Oh, you
I was
are
just saying to Oris that with a 5-4-1 formation, just like Costa Rica had yesterday, Ghana might be asking for trouble, especially if Cristiano Ronaldo is willing to prove a point. A joint record 5th World Cup, sharing that with Lionel Messi, along with Guillermo Ochoa and Andres Guardado of Mexico.
But JPT, aka the Outside Podcast, says smash the likes on both channels, subscribe, and get money on Sky Sports.
If they'd have me. Well, it's just kicked off right now, and yeah, you take over.
Portugal, they control it around the back. Ruben Diaz passes that to João Cancelo, I believe. Bruno Bernardo Silva. I keep switching them around. Diaz now Ruben Neves. Back to Diaz now Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva has the ball. So yeah. hopefully there will be games in this game. Of course, that's just kicked off, but yeah. Now Dogo Costa's ball gives it to Bernardo Silva, who drops deep in midfield. Now Danilo, he gives it back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva tries forward. Now lays it off to Ruben Diaz, I believe. And now it gives it to João Cancelo. Yeah, that's Cancelo. And yeah, now the pass it to Pereira. Pereira, what will he do? He will.
Come on, Ghana, man. Didn't Inams play for Spain or did he Nation now? Because I'm pretty sure Inaki Williams did play for Spain.
No, I don't know. Oh, that's it.
Money on
Oh,
me.
see us.
Yeah, money's on me, I think.
Ronaldo dropping deep.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that they're cousins, so I'll look that up for you right now.
Oh, okay. Probably. I think the brothers are cousins, yeah. Who's that? Otto Addo, coach. Come on, Ghana, man. I think Ghana can do something, you know. If they obviously for those that saw the career game, if Ghana take their chances, they can win this game. It's about them taking them chances, but we'll see.
A free kick here to Ghana. Nicely played. Right?
Okay, I know. We don't need commentator, thanks. That's for money.
No. It's his dream. Let him do it. Besides, I just know, Oris, that you'll be interrupting with some chance of "Come on, Ghana." You might end up screaming it's a goal before I do. So listen, I'm here to just chime on in case you need any help. But
wait, what minute are you guys on?
I'm on 2:33:34.
Perfect. I'm with money now. Perfect.
Oh yeah. So basically, I think we've got the UK or international feed, whereas Hannah's about
ITV.
5 seconds behind.
Yeah, I got ITV. Yeah, ITV.
Nah, but I can't watch the game anymore. So yeah, I will leave you to.
No, big up, man.
Why can't you watch the game? What, you got some work or something?
I need to study, which I don't really want to, and we have a power outage now. So yeah.
Okay, well, bye. Look, do well.
I'm on Portugal. Portugal. See you soon. Cheers, lads.
Big up.
Okay. So I'm just going to take a look and see who's got it right now. And it looks as though it's the number 5, Guerrero, who tried to cross it but couldn't do so. And he's just let it go by for should be a goal kick. Or no, it's a corner, actually. It's a corner. It's a corner. So already Out Ziggy, who wasn't expecting to be first choice, has to organize his defense. And you'll just know that Portugal's number 7 will be up there. And I want to see who's taking it. It's not Fernandez. It is the number. It is the number 5, Rafael Guerrero, who's taking it. Should be a left-footed away swinger. Anyone on the end of that? Ooh. Nope. That is cleared by the Ghanaian defense, and that is sent behind by the number 25, Otavio, for a goal kick. So certainly a bold selection here by Fernando Santos, dropping a few normal regulars. I'm surprised that Rui Patricio isn't starting, but maybe Diogo Costa's form has probably dictated that he'd play. But Al-Ziggy now, who passes it to one of his defenders. I'm going to take a look and see who that is. That is Andre Ayew now with the ball, the Ghanaian captain. And Ghana win a throw. Alidu Seidu, the right back, I believe. Yep, to Partey, back to Seidu. And now Portugal get a throw in. And it's João Felix who is able to win that throw. That will be taken by Guerrero all the way to Bernardo Silva. And Daniel Amate is able to kick that out, but it only finds the number 20, Cancelo. Bruno Fernandes now. And Portugal are able to try and attack, if and when they can. That's João Felix now. Yep.
Go on. Oh,
Well, that was a good recovery tackle there. Probably we thought that Amate had lost him, but they won it back. And once again, the Ghanaian defense clears. So Ghanaia's defense able to do so far what Costa Rica's defense failed to do yesterday. And obviously that backfired with the likes of Daniel Amate and Mohamed Salisu there doing some pretty good work. It's now João Cancelo for Portugal, who's wearing 20 instead of that ridiculous number 7. Bruno Fernandes tries to send it long, but there will be no one on the end of that, and that should go for a throw-in. What's so funny, son?
Nah, they always pan the cameras to the fans, and they'll wear some just like either masks or the panning not to Ronaldo. But I mean, the game has been right. With Ghana, the centre backs, this is what crucial. We've got Premier League experience players, so we'll see how the game goes.
Yeah, but of course, let's not forget the all 3 Premiership midfield trio you've got there. Portugal have got Bernardo Silva, obviously Bruno Fernandes, and of course Ruben Neves, who has been one of Wolves' better performers, even if he has struggled a bit since becoming Wolves' captain. Speaking of Neves, that was him now, and now it's back with Cancelo. And that is the Portuguese number 13, Danilo. Once again, doing some work down the left is Bruno. Danilo now. Ruben Diaz passing it back to Diogo Costa. Danilo. Trying to send it forward, but that is headed away. But Portugal still have it. And from the looks of things, Portugal have been quite impressive, but Ghana's defense with Jiku there, passing it back to Al-Zighi, have been, again, very solid. But again, if I speak too much about the defense, I will be wary of the commentator's curse. I certainly wouldn't want to see Ghana concede immediately, yeah? Abdul Samad. And that is Seydou coming down the right, trying to cross, but there will be no one there, and Diogo Costa can snatch that from Iñaki Williams. And that was probably one of the few times, probably the first time tonight that Ghana were able to get to the Portuguese half. So it just seems to me, Horace, that Ghana's lack of attacking threat will probably come back to hurt them. I wonder what you think with their idea to have only one person up front.
Yeah, I mean, I think what they're doing is, I think they're just doing sit back and then hit on the counter attack. But if they think that playing one man up top is enough, then we shall see. Because in these games, they can't. I mean, if you sit back and hit on the counter attack, it usually happens. But it's not ideal to do that against Portugal. But
I agree completely. I mean, even with Portugal, I know Ruben Diaz's form for Manchester City hasn't really been the best, but as a team, they can certainly defend.
Oh,
speaking of defend, and Al-Zighi proving why the Ghanaian coach has picked him as his number 1. Brilliant work there to deny Ronaldo, making himself big, spread eagling himself, and being willing to make sure that he gets his body in line with the ball. That is how you deal with a one-on-one situation. Orest, how about that for a save?
Yeah, good save.
And Ronaldo obviously thinking he can try and charm his way to getting a penalty, but the referee saying, sorry, son, you're not going to get anything from me. And in the first 10 minutes, we've already had a chance. I mean, obviously remember watching the Ghanaian team of 2006 and 2010 being wowed by Richard Kingston in goal. But Al-Zighi seems to be a pretty worthy successor. I'm not going to tempt fate by saying he could be a new great, but we'll see how well he does. And he's grasped his chance brilliantly. Ayew with the throw, passing it back to Baba. Abdul Rahman Baba, that is. And it's now with Mohamed Salisu. Back to Baba. Well, it's not quite Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. It's basically Abdul Rahman Baba and his 10 cohorts. Danilo. And on the left, it is the, sort of trying to attack now. Rafael Guerrero trying to pressure Daniel Amate, but he's got control of the situation, passing it back to his goalkeeper. And Andre Ayew now with the ball. Let's see if he can shake off the Portuguese. And again, I think it's fair to say that Portugal have pretty much followed the Spanish copybook in trying to make sure they press the opposition when they have the ball. Partey now. Let's see if he can shake them off. Sadly, no. The referee doesn't award a free kick, so Portugal can attack once again. João Felix now. Rafael Guerrero. Bernardo Silva. Otavio. Back to Otavio. Again, trying to find CR7 in the penalty area, but to no avail. But it's still with Guerrero. Bernardo. Bruno. Guerrero now down the left. And once again, a fine tackle there from the Ghanaian number 23, Alexander Djiku. And good to see all the fans wearing the traditional. The top corner's been taken rather quickly. And Ronaldo there trying to be the superstar, trying to be the hero, and sending that completely wide. Orest, more fuel to the argument that Ronaldo simply can't hack it anymore. Getting the direction all wrong,
100%, mate. Just watching it. Oh my God, mate.
Yeah, but also to be fair, the goalkeeper Ziggy did have his near post covered, and if he had headed it down, I'm pretty certain the keeper would have covered that. So once again, good play all around, and Ghana, for all their perceived weaknesses and formation, do look organised.
100%. All right, goal kick, clears it.
Of course, this Ghanaian team is a far cry from the 2006 and 2010 vintages. They had some fine players in their team. Apart from Kingston, they also had Stephen Apaya, Sully Montari, Asamo Gyan, of course. And I believe the Ayew brothers were youngsters in that team. Now, of course, Andre Ayew, one of his country's most capped players now, is entrusted with the responsibility of leading this team. Thomas Partey is, of course, the vice-captain. Ruben Diaz now. Danilo. Back to Diaz. And that is with Bernardo Silva, who can start from the back. Bruno. CR7. Back to Bruno. Rafael Guerrero. And put under pressure there by Seydou, but he releases that pressure and gets it back to Bernardo Silva, to Ruben Neves now. Otavio. And he's been muscled off the ball, but Andre Ayew very nearly had it taken away from him, but he ends up winning a free kick. And that was the number 20, Mohamed Kudus, who was able to take the ball away from Ruben Neves there. So obviously, Portugal having the lion's share of aggression, but Ghana standing up and being more than equal to it.
Well, what's your thoughts on Kudus? Obviously, he said last night that he thinks that he's better than Neymar. I don't know if you saw that, but he said that. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to think.
Well, first of all, he's not playing in Neymar's position, and I would say, that it's just a means of expressing his confidence. But people will say whatever they want to motivate themselves, really, and I'm pretty certain that Brazil and Ghana won't meet very quickly anyway. Of course, last time Brazil and Ghana did meet in the World Cup, it was in the second stage when Brazil beat the Black Stars 3-0. And of course, in that tournament, Brazil went on to lose in the quarterfinals to a Zinedine Zidane-inspired France. A game which pretty much signaled the end of Roberto Carlos's international career, being at fault for France's winner.
Yeah.
Danilo. And that is Bernardo Silva, I think. No, that is Bernardo Silva. That must have been Guerrero who passed that back to him. I want to make sure I get the names completely right, yeah?
Football Ferrero says Vamos, Portugal. Big up both of you and everyone in chat. Big up Football Ferrero. You're doing well.
And so you can see that the central midfield is now more of a diamond formation. So it's like a 4-1-2-1-2 with Ronaldo and Felix Sequeira, the two strikers. So it's sort of evolving and transitioning as it goes. And obviously they're trying to do their best to try to exploit some possible gaps in the Ghanaian formation. Bruno there passing it to Cancelo. And CR7 trying to lay it off, but only succeeding in finding the Ghanaian number 4. Mohamed Salisu. So, yeah.
Football Ferrero says Ronaldo goal today? Question mark. What we're saying. Do you think he'll score today, Manny?
He might score. I think he might. I mean, like if it won't be from open play, it'll surely be with a penalty because it just has to be about him. I mean, what can you do? Cancelo now with a cross, but that's cleared away. And Kudus now can try and clear that. Obviously trying to help out some Ghana in the center of midfield as well. And some decent passing over there, kept in play by the... obviously that through pass was a bit too heavy-footed and not heavy-handed. And from Abdul Rahman Baba there, that wasn't really the best thing to do. So Portugal now have the ball back. And in contrast to Portugal, of course, who had an attempt at goal and also a shot from the corner, Ghana haven't really been able to do very much. So there could come a time when they should consider transitioning into a straight 4-4-2 and maybe give Williams some support up front. It might invariably mean that it means taking off a midfielder, but that's the way it should be. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Neves now down the left. Trying to cut in and pass, and he finds Cancelo. Sort of a cheeky side pass there to Otavio. Back with Cancelo, who passes it to Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Diaz now. Back to Guerrero. Ruben Neves. Danilo. Bruno. Not quite the seductive Spanish tiki-taka, but it's effective enough. Back with Bruno. And Danilo can, keep that. So, I mean, obviously, the Ghanaian defenders and midfielders are trying to stick to their players while at the same time trying to go for the ball. It can be difficult sometimes because you don't want to have Portugal with the ball too much, but obviously they've got to, stick with their man as well. Ruben Neves.
Breaking news. Sorry, man, I need to cut you off from Hardy.
Yeah.
Just in, Saudi Arabia's sports minister has confirmed its government will definitely support private sector Saudi bids for Manchester United from BBC. Okay. Thank Hardy for letting us know.
Yeah, well, I'm going to speak to you about that definitely later on, either in the half or at half time. But it's with Cancelo now. And back to Ruben Diaz. Danilo. So Ghana pushing Portugal back. And Portugal have had 70% of the possession so far. 3 times as much as Ghana. So pretty much one-way traffic, if you will. But Ghana holding their own. Mohamed Salisu now. Trying to get something in the midfield. Back to Salisu. And he's been charged down, but that's not going to go out for a goal kick. So the defender will have to, clear that away. It is Alexander Djiku who does that effectively. And once again, Danilo gets it. Heads it over to Rafael Guerrero. Bernardo Silva. Back to Danilo, of course.
Ghana is holding and closing well until Portugal not score weekend.
Yep.
100%.
Otavio now.
Football First says, you guys are ahead of me. I might as well stay here then. No, big up Football First, man. I mean, obviously, I'm watching it from ITV, innit, if you live in the UK or elsewhere, ITV.
A bit of a surprise that, oh yeah, I know that ITV and BBC alternate their matches, and I think in the last week when matches are played at the same time, they will obviously show different matches at the same time on BBC and ITV.
Yeah.
So once again, back with the Ghanaian defence, who can now try and move forward. Finds Andre Ayew. That is Alexander Jiku. And that's Abdul Samad. And who's the first to that? That is Mohamed Kudus, trying to send Williams through, but Williams couldn't get there. And so Williams could end up being isolated on his own up front, which is why it is now more important than ever for Ghana to possibly change their formation. It's fine that they're holding out, but they will need to start, being a little bit more aggressive. How Felix now, who can try and it's back with him from Otavio, and now he's going to try and cross it in, but too heavy-footed. CR7 wasn't getting on the end of that, and that's a Ghanaian goal kick.
Big up Moss says, how's it going, gents? Heading to office now. Don't see Hano again. Yeah, Hano will be back soon. He just has to do something. Ronaldo, he thinks he will get his record of goals in 5 World Cups. Yeah, Moss, I'm pretty sure Hano sent you the link, so yeah, do check your DM, Moss.
Yeah, so I will ask you now about the possible Saudi takeover. And I think yesterday I was discussing with David Shaw from the True Red Devils podcast about the possibility of Jim Ratcliffe doing it. He obviously is in two minds about whether he'd be happy to see the back of the Glazers. I would say anyone but the Glazers would be good at this point. But another Saudi takeover, does that really make you happy?
I think obviously a lot of United fans want Saudis, and for me, listen, I would take it, because if you look at City, obviously Sheikh Mansour and the way the structure is, for me, they can do something similar to us. But I just want any owner that will just invest in the club, look at the training facilities, care about the women's club, and for me, I just want someone. To be fair, with the owners, I don't want anyone that supports Man United. I just want a neutral. I don't care if you don't support Man United. I just want a neutral fan that would actually care about Man United and put investment in the club for me. So, yeah.
Well, I'm not too sure that a neutral fan would be the way to go, because obviously, when you take a look at someone like Ratcliffe, who obviously has a strong feeling about Manchester United and knows about the history of the club and its working class roots, I would personally like to see a return to that ethos, if you will. And now Partey's lining up to take this free kick. It might be a short one back to his player, who passes it back to him. And personally, for all of the controversy that's involved, I get that the Arabs are quite an efficient people who will try and do everything. But the problem is, there will again be a little bit too much of saturation on the top, and it could end up. Obviously, I really don't know how, there will be that where the other clubs will cope with the competition. I just think personally it might be time to return to old school values, and that was never going to be met by Bruno Fernandes, so don't worry about that. All the crosses so far have been a little bit heavy-footed, and on-rushing attackers weren't able to get there. But personally, I would like to see Ratcliffe do that, because if he is passionate about the club and cares about the club, he might be the best person to really understand what needs to be done. And what needs to be done, anyone can do that. If they have a good business-like brain, but I would say that having someone who cares about the club, who knows the history very well, would be a better option.
100%.
And that's Seydou there trying to get that, and obviously being impeded, and Ghana get a free kick. So
there's a new comment that I've seen, Bargav. If I've pronounced it wrong, then I do apologize. But big up to you. Thought Uruguay, Korea would have goals, but not at all. Yanks, my World Cup fancy, not too good. Late, but big up Moss, man. Big up Moss.
Danilo heads that, but once again, Ghana are unable to try to create any kind of pressure. And Amate heads it back now to his goalkeeper, Altzigi. Passes it to Alexander Jiku. And that was a pretty poor pass there, which was intercepted by Bernardo Silva, rather. No, not Bernardo Silva. That was Ruben Neves, I think, who intercepted that. But Andre Ayew has it now, and the Portuguese are still snapping at their heels. It's number 21, Abdul Samad, who had that. And they still can't clear their lines, Ghana. Partey's being surrounded by 2 or 3 Portuguese and eventually has to pass it back to his goalkeeper, who sends it not quite long, but away. And with Danilo being impeded by Iñaki Williams, that will be a free kick to Portugal. So you're not too keen on Ratcliffe then, are you, Orest?
I mean, I don't mind on Ratcliffe. Obviously, I know he's a long-time United fan, but he has said before that he would put in a bid if United are for sale now, that United are for sale. Let's see if he sticks to his word.
Well, he's going to have to, because if the Saudis are going to offer the money, I just know, though, that they're going to raise their offer if Ratcliffe responds with a bigger one.
Yeah, we've got a comment here. What do you guys think about Mohamed Kudus? I think he's all right. I think obviously he's still young, but finally,
decent player, certainly, with a good future ahead of him. And once again, a hopeful cross with no one on the end of that. But Bernardo Silva and João Felix there chipping that well over the bar. Seems to be the order of the day, really. Do some work to get yourself into position, but then with the ball continuing to rise, it just doesn't fall for you. And obviously in previous World Cups, there was a huge controversy with, the balls moving around quite quickly. So goalkeepers would have to be really careful in how they were able to do that. But nothing so far here. Certainly no heavy movement for when balls have been struck. And we haven't really been able to see any of those beautiful long-range goals or free kicks as of yet. Mohamed Salisu trying to find Andre Ayew, but failing. Abdul Samad. And that is all the way back to Abdul Samad, to Partey, to Seydou, who's trying to overlap but can't do so. Back to Partey, Abdul Samad. And now it's with Ahmed Abdurrahman Baba down the left, but can't find anyone. And once again, Portugal can try and clear, and it is with Bernardo Silva down the right, who cuts it into Bruno Fernandes and ends up winning a free kick with Abdulrahman Baba being a little bit... both Abdulrahman Baba and Abdul Samad being a little bit, aggressive there. In fact, that was Abdul Samad with the infringement. And the referee obviously giving the number 21 from Ghana a talking to, saying, you need to calm yourself down, son. You cannot be too aggressive. And it is Bruno and Bernardo standing over that free kick. A question of who will take it, coming up to the half-hour point in the game so far. Still no goals. Looks as though it will be Bruno to take this free kick. And it's a short one, which should find the head of a Ghanaian defender. Number 19, Williams, actually sort of heading that. And now it is with Seydou, who's pretty much double-teamed by a couple of Portuguese players. And Amate ends up not quite winning a throw-in. And it's still with Ronaldo in the penalty area now. And that goal will be disallowed because of an infringement. And clearly, the referee is having none of it. Doesn't look as though an offside flag was raised, but we're going to see this again. And sort of barging him away.
Yeah, probably a foul.
Yeah.
Oh,
Decent finish, but this time he was going to be disappointed. And I'm sure you enjoyed seeing the look on his face, huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah, excellent work there from the Portuguese midfielder. That was Kudus there, but sadly the pass ended up spoiling all of that. But and once again, another free kick. So you can see with the fluency and movement of the Portuguese, they're forcing Ghana into making fouls to try and regain possession. So it's fair to say that Portugal have a slight pull on this game, but again, Ghana have been solid so far. I wonder if we will see another draw in this game. I hope not. We need goals. And CR7 wins a free kick. Pretty much in Bruno's territory, but I wonder if Bernardo will be taking it this time. A nice little step over there, but clearly Ahmed Baba trying to pull him away. You cannot do that. Once again, it'll be Bruno. Took a similar free kick. This time he's going to have to try floating it a little bit higher. And it very nearly found Danilo, but Andre Ayew there doing some brilliant defensive work and concedes a corner. And again, it'll be Fernandez, who I think has assumed the role of being Portugal's set-piece specialist. A short corner this time around, and old Ziggy doing some good work there, claiming it quite comfortably and confidently. And that was Otavio there with that speculative shot. So it is with Abdul Samad, Thomas Partey, Samad on the left. Can he find a through ball? It is with Abdul Samad now, who comes to the center, gets it to Kudus, who passes it to Andre Ayew, and is quickly dispossessed. And another Portugal free kick. I don't know why the Portuguese players are complaining. It's their free kick. And once again, taken very quickly. So that prediction of yours, Ghana 2, Portugal 1. Do you still stand by that, Orist?
Nope. I'm gonna go with now. What? 1-0 Portugal.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, maybe the Ghanaian manager will make a
Oh,
change. No. It is with CR7 though, but he has it dispossessed, and that's some brilliant work there from the young Mohamed Kudus there. Seydou, the right back, ends up making its way to Abdul Samad. Nice pass there, but unable to find its man. And so Portugal have had 1 attempt on target and 5 attempts on goal overall. Ghana have drawn blanks. So the one thing Ghana have done well that Costa Rica couldn't do well is defend well. Coming up to about 10 minutes left in the half with stoppages, if any. And Portugal seem to be maintaining their pressing style quite well. Ruben Neves' pass finding João Cancelo down the right. Keeps it in play. And Bernardo Silva can back him up. And wins the throw. Neves now. Otavio. Trying to find CR7, but to no avail. Danilo now. João Felix. And sent through by Bruno Fernandes, but a tame shot from the number 25, Otavio, and Altzigi can claim that. Daniel Amate trying to send it through to Williams, and he finds Williams, but Ruben Diaz beats him to it. And Ghana win a corner. So a little sloppy there from Ruben Diaz, reflecting in some ways his choppy form for Manchester City. And Ghana now have a chance to try to impose themselves on this game. If they take their corner well, we now belatedly see the likes of Abdul Rahman Baba and Abdul Samad coming up, and it will be the number 26, Alidou Seydou. No, he's left it to be taken by someone else. Running all the way back because, of course, he doesn't want to leave any gaps. So it's Kudus to take it. Diogo Costa organizing his defense. And that's floated in beautifully, but Ruben Neves was able to clear that away. Still with Kudus. And it finds another Portuguese header, and that's another corner. This time on the other side, on Ghana's left. It was Bruno Fernandes who headed that over. So, well, you were talking about possibly getting something on the counter, Orest. Maybe this could be the moment your prediction comes true.
No way. Is that Baba Rahman? Oh, my days.
Abdul Rahman Baba, yes. Why? Any bad memories of him?
Chelsea legend. Was the ex-Chelsea and let's see this cross.
Left-footed away swinger from Abdul Rahman Baba, but it doesn't find a Ghanaian header. It's still hooked back in along the ground, and I think the referee will stop play for an infringement in the penalty area. And that will be a Portugal free kick.
So, vamos, money, vamos.
Gracias, mi amigo. Thank you very much indeed. And it is with Danilo now. Bernardo Silva from the looks of it. Ruben Diaz. João Cancelo. And Danilo now. So obviously trying their best to once again make a foray into the Ghanaian defense. And back with Ruben Neves, Cancelo, and still with Cancelo now. But Abdul Samad gets the better of him. It's with Kudus now. And Kudus can run, but he won't be able to get it. And I don't know if the linesman was about to raise his flag, but in any case, the moment's now gone. Ruben Neves trying to hook it forward. But again, Altzigi was there in good time. He would have claimed it anyway. But again, they're very solid and they're well organized and solid defensively. And for that, you have to give the Ghanaian manager credit.
100%, man. I think imagine this game becomes another 0-0 draw, money. That'll be funny. Oh, I really do hope this match does not become 0-0, man.
Yeah, Otavio to Neves to Cancelo. Crossfield pass all the way to Rafael Guerreiro. Felix. Ruben Neves. Ruben Diaz. Once again with
is he going to cross?
Yep. No, it does. Tries to sort of put it along the ground, but nobody was there to collect that. It is with Danilo now, and once again, Iñaki Williams trying his best to run, but not really getting anywhere. This is the problem. Unless you are able to guarantee goals from your midfield and good runs from your midfield, you cannot leave your lone striker isolated like that. I feel for that fellow practically.
Yeah.
But excellent work there from Kudus, who keeps it in play down the left and finds Williams. Abdulrahman Baba has now come down the left with Kudus coming into the penalty area. Abdul Samad. And now it's with Mohamed Salisu, who's come up, laying it off to Abdulrahman Baba. And obviously with the Portuguese coming back, the cavalry has arrived. But, yep, once again, the moment's gone. So we're now at 4 minutes left to half-time.
Oh, my.
And I really don't know if this will be another 0-0 draw, but it is Ronaldo down the left, trying to get the better of Zaidu. And can he take a shot on goal? No, Bernardo is there to block him. And Ruben Neves has now come in. Otavio, back to Neves. Back to Ruben Diaz. Switching the play now from left to right.
Oh.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's kept in play. But once again, the defenders doing their job and trying to claim a penalty, but actually that might have gone out of play. So good work there from the linesman. And how Felix is hurt. I don't expect there to be a penalty for that. So. No, it was kept in play.
Yeah, that's not foul.
Yeah.
Or could it be?
Well, they might just check it, but well, it hasn't been announced that there will be a check for a penalty, but I think it's fair to say that was pretty accidental because the defender was going for the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, no penalty there.
2.5 minutes left, plus stoppages. And you can see the Ghanaian fans adding a lot of noise and colour to proceedings.
Go on. Bruno Fernandes, what's he going to do?
Baba losing out there, and that'll be another free kick. So clearly the days of the
hope he
likes
does not get injured. Bruno Fernandes, just don't get injured, mate.
Yeah, and the same can be said for Dallo, but Dallo's on the bench, so happy days for you, eh?
Yeah. Oh, Felix.
I'm a bit surprised that Dallo was given the number 2. I thought he would have had the number 20, but here's what it is. Guerrero. And it is with Felix, and does the referee award a free kick? No, he doesn't. Play on. So it's Kudus now, trying to weave his way through, and that will be a free kick, definitely. So
Kudus, man.
I think the Ghanaians have been a little bit slower on average than the Portuguese, so it's been very difficult for them to try and break away. But
oh my!
When they do get the ball, if they can thread their passes through, they can cause a few problems.
Oh,
Abdul Samad gives that away now to João Felix, and that is with Bruno Fernandes, who passes that all the way to Bernardo Silva down the right, lays it back for João Cancelo, back to Bernardo. Back to Cancelo, who can cross it, and that evades practically everyone, but Rafael Guerreiro runs back on the left to get that, and it is now with João Felix, Ruben Neves,
go on,
Cancelo, Otavio, and that is chipped over the bar. So, more of the same. Maybe in the second half we'll see some action. A little bit like the Switzerland-Cameroon game where there were a few chances but no goals. And it suddenly sprung to life in the second half with a goal from Briel Mbolo for Switzerland.
Oh my God, they're crazy. With the kid.
Mm-hmm. It's a good thing that boy is not wearing contact lenses or has nearsightedness. At least he can see the whole thing from there.
Big up, guys, whoever's watching, make sure to smash the like, subscribe.
Yep. El Ziggy with the goal kick straight to Abdulrahman Baba, headed on by Andre Ayew, hoping to find Iñaki Williams, but Diaz beats him to it. Cancelo now, and that should be a free kick, and that will be a booking as well. So Kudus gets no kudos for that. Definitely a high leg, catching his fellow number 20, Cancelo, and definitely dangerous play in that regard. And we're now going to see how many minutes of time have been added on. And Cancelo clearly feeling the pain of that. 2 minutes. So Probably not that much time left. I think this might be the last attack of the half, if they can continue to keep the ball rolling. Neves to Guerrero's trying to find Felix, and Felix only ending up conceding a free kick for a needless infringement on number 26, Alidou Seydou. And Santos is happy that Portugal have been applying pressure, but not happy with the fact that no goals have been scored. So remain to be seen what happens. And you can see the anxiety on the faces of the Portuguese supporters, including some of the local Qataris who are supporting Portugal. Headed on, but straight to Diogo Costa, who hasn't had a save to make, really. And that is with Bernardo Silva, who's come all the way back to try and start something from the back. 20 seconds left. Maybe they'll just play some keep ball and take it to half-time. Ruben Diaz. Bruno Fernandes. João Cancelo. Diaz. Danilo. And the half-time whistle goes with no goals for either side. Cristiano Ronaldo probably having the best chance when he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Al-Zighi, making a fine save. Also heading one wide. The only action that Ghana have had is 2 corners in the last few minutes of the half, but neither of them came to anything. But they've steadied the ship and, weathered the Portuguese storm. And it's 0-0 at half-time. And so there will be quite a few talking points on the television, of course. So from where I'm watching, they're obviously going to be showing a few highlights. And it's wonderful to see the Ghanaian players in a huddle right now while the Portuguese are walking back towards the tunnel. And obviously words are being exchanged between the physios and some of their players. So, I think I've noticed you've changed your prediction, but it is still 0-0 for the most part. So how impressed have you been with the Ghanaian defending?
Yeah, listen, as I said, they've got some Premier League players there. So, yeah, they've been defending well, but they can't defend too much because obviously Portugal will find that moment to score, so they can't defend that much. So I think second half they should try and come out and then try and attack them. But listen, I think it's been all right, but listen, there needs to be goals in this game. I cannot have another game that's ended in a 0-0 draw. So for me, I don't know. I know I checked my prediction, but I still think Ghana they can hit Portugal on the counter, but as well as how they hit them on the counter. But as you said, their defending has been amazing, man. Obviously, Amati, yeah.
And also in the midfield, I think the likes of Abdulrahman Baba and Mohamed Kudus, along with Abdul Samed, have played a pretty big role. In fact, Baba is their left wing back, but he has also defensively and also in terms of attacking play tried to start a few things. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's been all one-way traffic because, of course, Ghana did have a couple of corners. But, of course, no shots and no shots on target tells the whole story.
Yeah.
Some names on the Ghanaian bench. I'm taking a look at, obviously, Tariq Lamptey's there, wearing the same number 2 jersey he wears for Brighton. And obviously, Brighton and the Hove Albion like to bring him on near the end to try to run at people. A lot of criticism of him is that he's basically all running and nothing much else. Jordan Ayew, of course, on the bench, along with likes of Ishaku Fatawu, the number 7, and Lisha Owosu, along with Dennis Odoi, and also Gideon Mensah. And the backup goalkeepers are Abdul Nuruddin, the number 16, and Ibrahim Danlad, the number 12. So not very many big names here. We could see Jordan Ayew coming on. Of course, he's been in decent form for Crystal Palace this season. And of course, Tariq Lamptey could come on. As for the Portuguese, well, they have some talent on their bench as well. I just wonder from the bench they have, who do you see coming on for the second half?
From Ghana,
Portugal.
from Portugal. Obviously, they've got. If they want to change their fullbacks, they've got Dalot, which can come on and maybe slight change up the defense. For me, one player in particular, Rafael Leao, man. For me, he's one that if they're still struggling to beat Ghana. I think this guy they should bring him on, man. Rafael Leao. They've also got Antonio Silva, which I think he's decent. Matias Nunes as well. So they've got a couple of good players that they can bring on. But for me, as I said, if they're still struggling 0-0, Rafael Leao and Diego Dalot for me.
Yeah, good call. Also, the likes of the number 16, Vitinha. Normally, that would be Renato Sanchez's number, but because Sanchez was struggling for game time at PSG, he wasn't picked in the squad. And then, of course, Matheus Nunes, also of Wolverhampton Wanderers, who could certainly come on. João Mario, William Carvalho, if they want to strengthen their defense, perhaps. And then, of course, there's the 39-year-old Pepe. So he could possibly come on to tie up an end very close to the end. The Ghanaian coach is Otto Addo, who's played for Ghana and obviously was a part of that World Cup squad in 2006. Although I don't know if he really had much game time during that tournament. And we got Luis Figo and Wayne Rooney in the studio where I am. Who are your studio analysts?
Same thing. Same.
Well, you got Figo as well?
Yeah.
That's odd.
What are you talking about for the studio panels?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Because I know ITV normally has Graham Souness and Roy Keane, among a few others.
They're still showing replays for me. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably going to show some highlights from the game, from the half, and we're going to take a look at a few of them. And once again, this is the disallowed goal, of course. And just taking a look at that again, it might have seemed like a little bit of a harsh call at first, and clearly Ronaldo wasn't happy. Or maybe the flag was raised for an offside, but sort of shaking him off over there, and eventually the goal was disallowed. And I wonder if you heard what Rooney had to say in response to what Ronaldo said about how he's still playing and Rooney's not. Orest?
Yeah, 100% Rooney. Oh, got a comment from Ryan. Hope you're having a brilliant day. Big up Ryan, man. Good to see you in the comments. Hope you're doing well as well. But yeah, for me, obviously, there we go. Roy Keane's one of them. I can hear his voice. Roy Keane's talking about Ronaldo, so Roy Keane is in the studio.
He just has to open his mouth, huh?
Roy Keane. I
now,
can't play it.
Yeah, this is the...
So, Graham Souness, Roy Keane. Who is that? There's two other guys as well, so yeah. Roy Keane and Graham Souness. Oh, great. They're both going to argue now.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair to say that if he's not for any use as a manager, he's good value as a pundit. The only problem is he has this idea that a lot of people respect his opinion, but in reality, every time he rants about something, everyone laughs at him.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I will credit Portugal for providing Ronaldo the service he wanted. And, of course, Portugal have had 2 shots on target, 7 shots in total, and 70% ball possession, 91% pass accuracy, and more than twice the number of passes that Ghana have had. So the stats should, dictate that Portugal end up winning because they've outplayed Ghana throughout this entire half.
Yeah. Yes, I am, Ryan. I do live in North London. So yes, I am based in the UK. Hence why I'm watching from ITV. So yes, I am based in the UK, and that's why I'm watching Graham Souness and Roy Keane arguing right now.
Oh boy, 2 midfield dynamos from yesteryear. Obviously, Souness has a lot more stories to tell than Keane does, and Souness has also won more Champions Leagues than Keane has.
Yeah. Christina's got 54 Scotland caps. Decent.
I think he's also appeared in more World Cups than Keane.
Roy Keane reached the World Cup round of 16 in 1994.
Yeah, but he was supposed to captain the team in 2002 and ended up failing to do that. And Otto Addo has so far, coached his team fairly well. And yeah, he was a part of that squad. He started as a right midfielder against the Czech Republic, which Ghana won 2-0, and also played in Ghana's 2-1 win over the United States. So obviously he has some World Cup heritage as well, and was able to try and get some pride back in the team. And they're talking about Ronaldo's stats: a passing accuracy of 83%, 3 passes,
so Graham
3
Souness,
shots, and 12 passes. Yeah,
and Joe Cole. You know Joe Cole?
of course I know Joe Cole. In fact, I don't suppose I told you this, but I had the honor of meeting Joe Cole once.
Oh, okay. What was this money?
Yeah. He came to Tampa because he was playing for the NASL team, the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and I was still at the University of Tampa. So every year, as part of a tradition, our University of Tampa football team, the Spartans, plays a game against the Tampa Bay Rowdies for the Rowdies Cup. And I think they discontinued that because of the busyness of the Rowdies schedule. But that's normally played in the spring, sometime in late January, early February. But Cole came to play, and he played for about 70-odd minutes before being taken off. I hoped he would score, but he didn't. But I had a chat with him. I told him, mate, I know you've played for Chelsea. I know you've played for Liverpool. But as an Arsenal fan and an England fan, you're an England legend first and foremost. What an honor to meet you. And he said, well, thanks a lot, mate. That means a lot to me. And we even had a selfie taken together. But I don't know what's happened to that selfie now. My sister might have it. I've lost that. Silly me. But good bloke. And obviously he enjoyed his time over on the Gulf Coast. And after playing there, finishing his career there, he went back to the UK, and his story continues as a pundit.
100%. Rice is going to just ask when the Premier return. 26th December, Ryan. Boxing Day, so the championship returns on the 10th of December. Nice. That's good. Obviously, the teams that are still in the Carabao Cup, they play they play. So obviously with United, we play on obviously we got friendlies, so we got friendlies on the 7th of December. So Man United return on the 21st of December for Carabao Cup. Yeah.
And Ryan actually has one player, Sorba Thomas, who's in the Welsh squad for the World Cup, and I know that Wales are playing Iran tomorrow. So in the event that Wales do qualify for the second stage, he might end up staying a little bit longer. Maybe they could emulate their Euro 2016 run and make it all the way to the semi-finals. I don't know, but I think it's fair to say that if that's the case, then when he comes back to England, he's not probably going to be in any mood to be stuck right into championship action, unless, of course, he's played so few minutes that he's practically fit, but we'll see. And again, talking about this, if it's a private sector bid, then obviously there will be another millionaire, just like it was with Newcastle. And personally, like I said, I mean, the more Arab money which is flushed into the Premier League and flushed more to the UK.
Oh, Manny's jealous. Manny's Manny, just admit that you're jealous if a Saudi buys United.
I don't want to have an Arab billionaire at Arsenal. I'm not jealous.
Oh, okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I absolutely despise the crankies, not cronkies, crankies. And I want them gone. The only problem is it will be a long time before they are even forced out, much to my chagrin. Oh, so you're hoping that Wales get eliminated so you can get them back?
Manny, don't forget about Luton's finest, Tom Lockyer, also in the Welsh squad.
Oh, yes, Mr. Lockyer. Well, I think Lockyer came on as a substitute against the US. So he probably could come on as a substitute again against Iran. Iran should be there for the taking apart 6-2. I can comfortably predict a 2-0 win, though, because I'm not too sure that Wales' strikers will be really proficient, unless, of course, Kiefer Moore starts. And, of course, England will be playing the USA. A lot of people are saying the USA could be headed for a heavy defeat, but I actually believe that the US, from what I saw of them...
It would be tough, yeah.
Yeah, they could give England a tough game, obviously, and we'll be discussing more of that in your preview later tonight, I would imagine.
100%. Listen, for me, obviously, we're going to save it, but if England do win tomorrow, we do qualify, so it's a must win. Or another 0-0 or no, hopefully not, man. Honestly, if this game becomes 0-0, then yeah, I've just wasted 5 hours of my time because I did a Watchalong for Hannah's channel. I mean, I'm not saying anything in regards to Hannah's channel, but I'm just saying about the game wise today. So obviously, Hannah, we did a Watchalong for the Korea and Korea Watchalong game, and then obviously, Korea Uruguay Watchalong. That game became 0-0, and now me and Manuel then Portugal and Ghana, and I think someone will score second half, but I can't say who though. I can't say who. I think someone will definitely score second half. But
yeah, it could very well be. I mean, we will find a goal.
Make sure you guys do smash the likes, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff.
Yeah, just getting. Please ignore that. Obviously, they understand how busy I am, and they provide some refreshments for me. This isn't tea. It's some sort of a drink which is supposed to clean your insides out or whatever. Good for your kidneys. Go figure.
100%.
What can you do? When you get to my age, you have to take care of your health. And Ghana just kicked off, and they are attacking from left to right. Partey passing it back to Jiku.
Ryan, do you believe this? Sana says World Cup fixed, question mark. Just want to make it more exciting. That's why a team's not scoring.
I disagree. I mean, obviously there was no, it's just a case where sometimes in an alien condition like this, as in 2002, you're going to get some shocks. And obviously Senegal shocking France was just one of them. South Korea beating Italy, another. And you had the likes of the Republic of Ireland very nearly making it to the quarterfinals. But it is what it is. And, of course, that was England's best chance, in my opinion, to win the trophy since 1966. Danilo now with the ball, and he passes it to Rafael Guerrero, who can try and attack down the left. It's with Otavio, still continuing down the left. And does he win a corner? Nope, it's a goal kick, and clearly Otavio's not happy, but that's some good defensive work there from the Ghanaian vice-captain, Thomas Partey. Famous for his vice-like tackles. Now his good defensive work has saved a potential goal, and Ghana can try and clear it. It is Mohamed Salisu now with the ball. Still Salisu trying to clear it away, but Portugal are still camped over there, and they're not going to stop until they get a goal, you would imagine. Bruno Fernandes trying to find Bernardo, but cut off there by Abdul Samad, and it's a Portuguese throw-in. To be taken by Cancelo. Back to Cancelo from Bernardo. Back to Bernardo now, who passes it back to Guerrero, to Danilo. No, that's not Guerrero. That's Guerrero. Must have been Ruben Neves who caught that. And that is... I wonder if there was a change that's been made, because I'm seeing the number 11. Oh, no, there's no change. That's João Felix. And that is Abdul Rahman Baba, who takes that away. Still can't quite go down the left. Crossfield pass all the way to Daniel Amate, who can now run through the open space in the middle. Another pass back, and a sideways pass now to Seydou. Back to Seydou now. And a Ghanaian free kick. Free kick taken quickly, of course, and it is with Partey, who is now back in defence. And that was a fortunate pass because Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes were on either side of that. Now Andre Ayew And that could have been promising, but somehow the ball ended up going back, and that'll be a yellow card for... and Ayu is also on the floor. Just going to take a look at that right now. And that was definitely a vice-like tackle from the vice-captain, and certainly not one which the referee liked. So it looks as though it could be more of the same, and this Portuguese team is crying out for some inspiration. But we're just 4 minutes in, and it's still too early to say. Actually, it's Andre Ayew who's been booked because of his earlier infraction.
100%. Oh, William Carvalho's coming on.
Yep, it looks as though he might be coming on to shore up the defense and allow Portugal to try and express themselves more freely. That is Rafael Guerreiro back to Danilo. Ruben Diaz. Still working with it, and that is Cancelo. Running well, and no free kick given. Clearly, Cancelo has been cancelled, and he doesn't like it, but the referee says, sorry, son, get up and play. And Ghana will certainly now get up and play with Mohamed Kudus. Still trying to get through, and Ayew is onside, but the backtracking Ruben Diaz has done his job. Well, actually, Ayew might just have been offside anyway, so not quite timing his run well enough there. Wandered slightly offside. Rafael Guerreiro on the left. Danilo. Ruben Diaz. Cancelo. And Ruben Neves back over there made an important intervention. It's now with Mohamed Salisu, trying to get the better of Bruno Fernandes. Well, he gets it past Bruno Fernandes, but Cancelo is there to clean up. And it's through with Ahmed. Through with Kudus now, rather, who's able to pass it out to the side. Iñaki Williams there with the ball.
Oh.
And the back heel was well intended, but didn't quite get through to its target. But Ghana starting to apply some pressure now. And this could be promising. This could be promising because, you know, they're starting to tire the Portuguese out of position. Excellent work there from Seydou, who's overlapping down the right. Does it find its man? Ahmed Rahman Baba there just not getting the touch he wanted. And the free kick has been awarded. So now Ghana is starting to show how well they can pass and how well they can run.
How you doing, Flair?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate.
Yeah, Flair, I want to say I'm really sorry for not getting you on yesterday because if I'd seen you backstage, I would have gotten you on. But I think it just wasn't working properly, so I do apologize, yeah?
That's all right, mate. No worries.
Mm-hmm. So, are you watching this game? What do you think of the action so far?
Yeah, obviously, I think Portugal should have scored by now, to be honest with you. They've dominated the game, really, to be honest with you. You know, I watched a bit of the first half. I watched the whole first half, and it was mainly Portugal.
Go on.
Really, but
go on.
I mean, Ghana didn't even have a shot on target, but they are running well now. It's Mohamed Kudus down the left, Abdul Samad interplaying with him, if you will. It is with Abdul Samad now back with Kudus, who can try and whip it in, and he wins.
We've got a comment from Ryan says, "Hello, Fleb,
big up, Brian."
And
what was that?
Looks as though there might be some Portuguese legends there, I think. I mean, I've seen that fella play before, I know. I just can't remember his name.
Which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the right.
Oh, okay.
What, was it a substitution?
No,
a substitution is supposed to be made. I believe William Carvalho was supposed to be brought on. I don't know who he's going to replace, though, because the action has just been fast and frenetic. It might be after this corner that William Carvalho comes on, but at the moment, it's Abdul Rahman Baba who has the corner. It'll be a left-footed away swinger. Does it find its man? Headed by Salisu. Amate can't get to that. Seydou with a speculative shot, which is going wide, and now they should make their substitution if they can. Well, even now they can't because Diogo Costa has sent that far.
Possession stats: 67.3% goes to Portugal, 32.7%
Wait,
goes
what
to
minute are you
Ghana.
on, Flair?
Yeah, but you know something, Flair, at the end of the first half, it was 70-30, so it has dipped a little bit, and Ghana found some way back into the game.
Yeah.
Clearly, and I don't know what Diogo Costa was thinking there, but fortunately it worked. And Ayew wins the ball off Danilo and gets fouled after doing so. And clearly Otavio's not happy with it, but, just because you're the Portuguese team, you cannot get away with everything.
Yeah, what minute are you on, Flair?
I'm not watching it.
Oh, okay. 53, 54 now.
I'll put it on now.
I mean, you might be a bit
BBC or
behind us.
ITV?
ITV.
I like, and Party loses out there to
He's on
Otavia.
ITV anyways, man,
Through
because
to Cristiano Ronaldo coming
Ronaldo,
down the left
Ronaldo.
in the penalty area, trying to get past the defense. But the defense does its work. That is Alexander Djiku there with an important intervention.
You got to give
And
Ronaldo
it's now
credit.
with-
He's had a great game.
Yeah, I mean, he had a shot. He had an attempt at goal, which the goalkeeper did brilliantly
go on,
to
go
spread
on.
himself well and get the save. Kudos now with a shot.
Oh!
And that wasn't too far away, mind you. That was not too far away at all. The only problem is, I suppose, even if it had been on target, Diogo Costa might have had that covered. But
Get this guy in the Premier League.
Ghanaian
man.
looks strong on the counter, and Kudus would have had all the kudos for that if it had gone in.
Is it on BBC? Oh, you can watch it on BBC. I watch it on BBC.
course,
No,
mate.
no.
I mean, if it's terrestrial TV, I suppose I'm assuming that BBC and ITV will have the rights.
No,
yes?
it's not on BBC One. It's only on
No,
ITV.
BBC aren't streaming it.
Ah, right.
It's only ITV.
Yeah.
Do you think the game will finish 0-0? Or...
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I wouldn't want to see it finish 0-0, and the substitution is now being made. I believe Otavio looks as though he's taken a knock, so he will be coming off, being accompanied by the physios, and he will be replaced by the number 14, William Carvalho. So, a bit of a surprise. I think Carvalho might possibly be needed to do a job in midfield, a lot more solid in that regard. I certainly don't see him slotting into the defense. I mean, he might be a little bit more defensive in his outlook, but I'm sure he will have a role to play. Danilo with the ball to Rafael Guerreiro. Back to Danilo now. Still with Danilo after getting it from Guerreiro. Ruben Neves now to Ruben Diaz. Back to Neves. Danilo. Bernardo Silva. And now Carvalho gets his first touch of the ball, and he will be slotting in the center of midfield. So, like-for-like substitution there. And another booking, another foul. And clearly some more loud demonstrations, this time from Seydou, who goes straight into the book.
I'm on 56.19.
Yeah,
So you're about 40 seconds or so behind me, Flair.
Okay, cool. I watch it on my iPad. If you're watching on a TV, then it's probably...
I mean, it is sort of starting to peter out almost a little bit, but there is still plenty of time for goals to be scored, more than half an hour.
Ghana
And,
need to calm down a bit, man, with the fouls and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. And obviously, it's a tribute to how well Portugal have played with their lightness of feet and how they've been able to, make the most of the possession they've had. But Ghana have stood strong. And, that was a good shot. That was just away from the target there. But had that gone in, that would have put the cat amongst the pigeons. And Seydu clearly being given a warning.
Yeah, basically, I can read sign language. So he said, "Don't do it again."
Yeah, a little clash of
Ooh.
heads there. And had he butted his head, oh boy. We don't need another Zinedine Zidane-style incident there. So well done to the referee for controlling that. But also, Seydu's lucky that he didn't really go in hard. And, if there were to be a sending off, then the match would really be diluted as a contest. But, you can't blame the referees. They have a job to do. Carvalho to Bernardo Silva. Ruben Neves. Cancelo. Ruben Diaz, who's being chased and harried by Williams, but to no avail. Carvalho now, coming back to defensive duties. Sending it long, but that is too long and too hard, and no one's going to get that. And now Ghana can make a few substitutions, and it looks as though it's a Premiership double substitution, I think. No, actually...
What the hell is Chris Hughton doing there? What's Chris Hughton doing there?
He might be assisting Ghana.
Yeah,
Osman Bukhari and Tariq Lamptey are coming on. So Lamptey is obviously the Premiership player, but a chance there for Portugal. But again, some resolute and quick thinking Ghanaian defending. And Bernardo trying to get the better of Abdulrahman Baba, but Baba says bye-bye.
I think the game's going to finish 0-0, generally because, Ghana have had good defence in this game. They've had a strong defence, so I think it's going to be quite hard for Portugal to get around that.
Yeah, and as you say that, Bernardo was claiming that he was impeded by Salisu there, but that was actually a pretty smart block, certainly not deliberately obstructive. And Otto Addo is now waiting for the moment that he can bring Lamptey and Bukhari on. Clearly, you see the Portuguese starting to get frustrated, and now has just gone, of course. And I wouldn't necessarily say the pendulum is swinging, but it's interesting to see how, Ghana have stayed strong and stoic and waited really to take their chance on the counter.
What minute are you guys
on? I'm on 60, 53, 54, 55.
You're a minute.
Oris is the same as me. Amate from Party. Jiku back to Ziggy. And so I wouldn't... Trying to send it long there, but Ayu's not going to get that, and that's effectively sent all the way to Diogo Costa. Rolls it all the way out to Ruben Diaz. Cancelo. Ruben Neves. And that's gone out of play, I believe, for a Ghanaian throw. No, it hasn't. Guerrero's kept that in play. Ruben Neves to Diaz again. This time to Carvalho. And now it's with Bruno Fernandes. Danilo. Rafael Guerrero trying to chip it over the midfield. Not finding João Felix, but Ronaldo's running onto that. And a penalty has been awarded! Well, apparently, once again, the Ghanaians are remonstrating. They are not happy.
We got a comment, Manny. We got a comment from Ryan says, "We got football tonight, and the weather's also awful. Wish me luck." They're not Ryan, man, for football tonight. Where is that? Where? Let's see the replay.
Ahmed Salisu there, and
no, that is not a penalty.
You seriously cannot give a penalty for something like that because the contact there was a little bit light. I think.
That is not penalty.
Yeah, sadly, VAR can't really intervene with that because it's the judgment of the referee in question. And we've seen 2 penalties saved already. Lawrence Altzigi playing as first choice ahead of Joe Wallacott, who was out of the tournament, of course, with a finger injury. Didn't make the squad.
Ronaldo's probably going to take the penalty.
He's going to miss this watch.
No. I can't predict that because obviously this is going to be the type of game he will want to play in and remind people of just how good he is. I mean, it might sound a bit harsh on Ghana, but this is probably no more or less than what Portugal would deserve because they've had a lot more of the possession. And although Ghana have certainly tried their best, they've not been able to find
me,
any
that's
kind
not
of
a penalty.
penetration.
That's not a penalty. He got a touch on the ball.
No, I don't think Salisu got the ball, but
He
certainly the
did. He got.
contact.
Yeah, he did get the ball. Ronaldo's taking the penalty.
He's gonna miss. Watch.
No, we can't predict anything. It could go
I
either
can't
way.
predict because I know Ronaldo. Mate. He's gonna miss. Watch. He is going to miss. Trust me. Trust me. He's gonna miss this.
And
Man.
of course, the clash between him and Luis Suarez will be very interesting later on in the group. And of course, he'll be up against Heung-min Son of South Korea later on. But for now, he's up against Thomas Partey and now Lawrence Alzigi of Ghana. And Alzigi goes the right way, but that is high into the top corner. And Portugal are 1-0 up. And Santos feeling a little vindicated. His teammates obviously relieved. Everyone crowding around him. Certainly very harsh on Ghana. And when you have a penalty taken like that, Arist and Flair, that's simply unstoppable. And now Otto Addo can bring on his substitutes, but is it too little too late? Let's
When it
discuss the
comes to
penalty
penalties,
first.
can you
That's
stop
not a
Cristiano
penalty, man.
Ronaldo?
That is not a penalty.
So you can see there from where I'm standing, Salisu didn't get the ball. Contact was minimal, but I think on the balance of things, I mean, Alzigi went the right way, but probably
What's
went
up, my
down a bit
brothers?
too early.
Big up Kino, man. Kino, make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're new. Big up for commenting on the chat. He said, obviously, goal, we know that.
Ronaldo
And he does
goes
the
back
Sue
to his classic
as well.
celebration.
Does the Sue celebration. Wow.
Why do you think he stopped doing that?
I have no idea, to be fair.
Well, he probably only stops doing that if he stops scoring. But they're going to want a few more from him tonight. Portugal are up 1-0, but there's still plenty of time for Ghana to come back. They just have to show the same spirit they did. And obviously with the double substitution, that will help. And Lamptey and Bukhari have in fact come on. I don't know who they've replaced, though. We're going to find out.
Good penalty by Ronaldo.
Yep. And obviously, Ghanaian indiscipline costing them a little bit. It was a very marginal call because I've seen those penalties, as you would say, Flair, not be given. But, you know, sometimes the referees have to follow the letter of the law. And Ghana were just unlucky to get a referee who followed the letter of the law. But they can come back now. And obviously, Lamptey, who's come on, will try to, force an issue. I think he might have replaced the other right back, Alidou Seydou, who was, of course, on a booking. Yes, he has replaced Seydou. And Tariq Lamptey from Brighton Hove Albion is on.
What minute are you guys on?
66-50, 51, 52.
Okay, so you're 50 seconds in front, which is fine.
Yeah. And now Ghana still have the ball. Can they try and work something with it? Mohamed Salisu. Across the field too, hoping to find Tariq Lamptey, but not really coming anywhere close. But the Portuguese are still being pinned back, but now with the throw, they can try and come out. And obviously, you can see the disappointment there on the faces of the Ghanaians. They've been decent value, given how stoic defensively they've been. But as you've said, Orest, they couldn't keep holding on for too long. Orest?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I know. This is what I said, Money. Remember I said at half time, they can't sit back too much.
Yes, you did say that. That's what I was mentioning. You said it. They couldn't sit back for too long, and now they have to try and attack. And obviously, with Lamptey coming on, they should be able to get a little bit of impetus. It's with Amate now from Leicester City. And Partey from Arsenal tries a speculative shot, hoping for more of that North London derby Nottingham Forest style magic, but not quite getting it. And that's his 5th World Cup at which he's scored. I do not believe there will be a 6th, though. I think he'll be 41 by then, and not. And probably Santos will, or the new manager will want to move on.
Saint says that's a disgrace of a decision. FIFA are so corrupt. That is never a penalty.
That was not a penalty. It was so light.
He said just because it's Ronaldo, they don't check it. Just say
They haven't. Most of the VARs, from what I've seen, haven't been checked. Like in the World Cup, I've seen barely any VAR, man.
Right, and Lamptey is now with the ball. Passes it to Amate. Back to Amate via Salisu and Partey. Still with Partey now. And tries to thread a through ball, but that is heavy-footed, and Abdulrahman Baba was never going to get that. I mean, I've seen a lot of those not given, as I've said, but, that just means that Ghana have to continue to strive on. And maybe you just wonder if Otto Addo had been assertive enough and made that substitution when he was supposed to make it, it might have made a difference. Maybe they wouldn't have scored. But Lamptey concedes a free kick there. And it's now back to the wall time for Ghana. They're still being under siege.
Guys, what the hell is an NFT?
I couldn't tell you first up. Well, what's this about NFTs? What's this about NFTs? I'm not too sure.
I don't know what it is, mate. I've seen it all over the place. I don't know what it is.
I get that. Danilo back to Ruben Diaz. William Carvalho. Back to Carvalho, of course. Diaz. Back to Diogo Costa. So a little over 19 minutes left, plus stoppages rather. And Ronaldo tries to send it through, but Salisu making up for his error with a safe back pass to Ziggy. Kolo and Yaya Toure. Obviously, Ivory Coast are not at this World Cup, but probably here to support their fellow.
Yeah, Toure. He's still got the African curse for the City Champions League. So as long as that's still there, City are not winning the Champions League.
I really do not know much about this African curse. I mean, obviously, City will be under more and more pressure. And with Guardiola having signed a new deal, Amate there. Kudus. And that stings the palms of Diogo Costa. That was definitely on target. So I was saying with Guardiola staying on to 2025, obviously he seems to be a glutton for punishment because the longer City go without the Champions League, the bigger the pressure he will be under. Because Premiership titles are 2 a penny, really, for him. And finding Kudus, who can certainly run, gets it through and level!
Yes!
That is the captain, Andre Ayew, who steps up to the plate. And you can see the relief and joy all in one. And you could almost, obviously I've got my television on mute, but if I were to switch it, increase the volume, you could hear the silence among the Portuguese supporters. But the Ghanaians are in raptures.
Come on.
And Flair, I think that must make you really happy. Huh?
For what? Sorry.
Well, obviously Ghana have equalised. Does that make you happy?
No.
Okay.
Because I got Portugal. I got Portugal in the sweepstakes.
The sweepstakes shenanigans. Thank goodness I'm not a part of that. But excellent work there from Kudus. So kudos to him.
Come on.
And kudos as well to Andre Ayew for getting on
Told
the
you,
end
man.
of
I need
that.
2-1 Ghana. I'm sticking to that. 2-1.
Nah, you changed it, son. You don't get to change it back. I'm just joking. Change it as many times as you like. And obviously, you know,
To be fair, my
over
original
there
one
with the
was-
fans.
Who's that? Who's that celebrating?
That can't be Kolo Toure. I mean, I know Kolo. I've seen Kolo Toure before. He certainly can't have put on that much weight. And you can see the look on his face right
Look at
there.
Ronaldo. Hey, you.
And I'm pretty certain if there's one other person who's had the smile wiped off his face, it's
Go
that corpulent.
Go on, Ghana.
Corpulent cretin Piers Morgan. Rolled out to Ruben Diaz. Carvalho now. Bernardo Silva. João Felix. Actually, that's Fernandez, not Bernardo. But he finds Ronaldo. But some excellent defensive work over there. And Kudus basically announcing his candidacy for man of the match over there with another excellent run. And before that, he had a really good shot on target. So clearly, he's been the player who's certainly threatened Portugal quite a bit. And after the shock of going down, they've responded magnificently. Carvalho to Felix. Back to Cancelo now, who has the ball. Passes it again to Carvalho. Danilo.
I love João Felix, man. Such a good player.
Yeah, he does look a talent, and obviously he has a good left foot on him, I would imagine. Bruno Fernandes now. Back to Ruben Neves. Carvalho gets it out to Cancelo. Back to Carvalho. Bernardo Silva's on his own on the right, but it's still with Rafael Guerreiro on the left.
In the mud says Hashim says, guys, keep me in your prayers. Got 4 teeth removed today, so in a bit of pain. Had to. Oh my!
And the cross has come in,
I feel
hoping
your
to
pain,
find
mate. I
Felix
hope you have
and
it.
hoping to get another penalty, but you're not
Hey.
going to get it that way. So
Get well soon, man. Hashim, man. Flipping out 4 teeth. Hey.
yeah, so
Yeah, I had that.
and
I
not
had
the
to
best
40.
moment to bring off the captain. It's not the captain who's coming off. It is Mohamed Kudus who's coming off. Deserves all the kudos he can get. And brilliant performance from this fella. Certainly played his heart out today.
Manny, you really have to contact Sky Sports.
If I could replace Martin Tyler, that would make me happy. I can't stand the bugger. But it is what it is. And
Sate says
This is
Karma
so,
strikes Ronaldo FC.
and that's the captain's armband is being passed to Thomas Partey. And that actually went through Danilo's legs over there. So some pretty poor work there from the Portuguese defender. But Ayew was on hand to say thank you very much indeed. And he takes all the acclaim that he can get. And now you were mentioning, Oris, that Rafael Leao should be coming on. And he is on now for Ruben Neves. Andre Ayew, Jordan's brother, replacing... I think he's replacing Kudus. I'm not sure. No, he hasn't replaced Kudus. Replacing his brother, I think. Just going to refresh it and make sure I get the substitutes right. And this is another reason why I don't know if Sky Sports will have me, because I don't want to get anything wrong. Yep, chipping it over. And that is Jordan Ayew with the ball, but he loses out. And so Portugal are trying to maintain their shape, obviously, and they cannot afford to. But that was poor, and that could be...
Offside. No, he's not. 2-1.
Yep.
2-1 to Portugal.
I was just saying that Ghana had to, try and...
Get in there.
Felix as well.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
him, man. Such a player.
They're going to check VAR. Hang on. They're going to check.
Are they, though? I think they're looking at it, and obviously after the substitutes came on, there wasn't that time to get organised, really, but Party over there trying to chip it over, and the substitute Andre Ayew losing out.
All right, let's look at this.
And you could see some work over there. I don't think if he's marginally... No. It was Jika who played him on side, and no, I think he should be safe. He should be safe. And floating it past Ziggy over there for the second goal, and now Ghana
For
have
his
it all to
first
do
World
again.
Cup as well. Cristiano
Chipped
Ronaldo
quite
coming into
beautifully. I
the
think Ziggy probably went to ground a little bit too early there. Sometimes spread eagling yourself is not the best way.
Well, that's my prediction.
But listen, it is what it is. If Ghana get a second goal, then and you can see the unity among the Portuguese.
Wait, what? Why are they celebrating? What is?
Just when they were congratulating one another, they see that. So Ghana have it all to do again. It's sad, really, but that is football. That's football for you. And
Yeah, let's read the
I will confirm the substitutes. Bukhari did come on for Kudus, and Jordan Ayew replaced his brother. So Partey had the captaincy. But in that period, I think the organization was lacking, and Portugal took advantage of that moment of carelessness. But
100%.
Ghana coming back. Abdul Samad to Partey. Jordan Ayew now, but he misses out once again.
Oh, no.
And
Bruno
it
Fernandes.
is Bruno Fernandes who's running in the
Bruno
middle. He
Fernandes
has
to
two
the
people to his right. He's
eye.
got, Rafael Leao to his left, and the substitute piles on the agony. And now you can hear the silence among the Ghanaian crowd. And the silence among us. And Andre Ayew's face says it all. That's football for you. That's the World Cup. You cannot afford to lose your concentration at any time.
Wait, there's a goal.
Yeah, go.
Yep, and once again,
Leao.
it's Jordan Ayew whose lapse sort of leads the way to that. That probably was not a super sub at all.
Oh, he's offside.
He could be. If he is offside and that goal is disallowed, then maybe Ghana can breathe again, but we will see. I think VAR will check that, but that was a smart finish there from the substitute, Leao. I mean, if he is offside again, they will obviously check that, though. And obviously, the defenders... It could very well be that Salisu might have played him onside, and we see that ridiculous phone celebration. Who are you phoning, son? The Ghostbusters?
Why the Ghostbusters?
Who are you going to call?
The Jordan Ayew frustration. Oh, never mind. No offside.
No offside there. So
No, that's not offside.
back to square one, and Ghana now, with about 9 minutes to go plus stoppage time, will have to try to pull another rabbit out of the hat. And it's going to be difficult because Kudus is off and Jordan Ayew is off. They were the ones who combined for the equalizer. And I think it's fair to say the substitutions have not been at the races. And that will be a Ghanaian throw, so maybe there's a chance here for them to try and get back in.
My only prediction was bring on Leao and he could change the game. So that's the only thing that I got right today. So yeah.
Yep, you called that. And for that, I take my hat to you. Not kudos, but kudos.
What hat?
Huh?
What hat?
No, I said they had to pull a rabbit out of the hat, and now you're saying there is no hat out of which they can pull a rabbit. So, good one. Interesting stat here. Ronaldo is the second oldest player to score at a World Cup, but he won't be breaking Roger Miller's record. I don't think anyone.
He's the first player to score in 5 World Cup.
But speaking of Ronaldo, Ronaldo, he is on his own. He is on his own. And a brilliant save from Ziggy. Offside anyway.
Offside.
And now the linesman raises his flag. And I think Ghana will be asking him, where the heck were you 2 or 3 minutes ago? So, not quite timing his run very well. But how about this for a save? Reminiscent of Shaka Hislop against Sweden in 2006, sticking out a big right hand. Of course, with Hislop, it was his left hand which denied Marcus.
I don't know, how's your boy Leao when he's gonna extend his contract with Milan? He's not going to Chelsea, so Leao's gonna extend his contract. So
yep. I mean, Lamptey can run, but obviously not quite getting to that. And Portugal now trying their best to turn the screw. Another pass forward, and there are more gaps in the Ghanaian defense which could be exploited. But Salisu this time does a better job. And Felix, really making a meal of that.
Yeah, there's 8 people watching right now. Do smash the likes, subscribe if you're new. There's 8 people watching right now. Oh, there's a concussion for Felix. That's why the game stopped. No, that's not a foul.
Definitely not a foul, but
Obviously, if you're watching this from Hannah's channel, do smash the likes, subscribe. If you're watching it from my channel, same thing. Let's go for the comments.
No,
Go
unsubscribe
on.
from Hanno and subscribe to RS Talks Football.
well, what's wrong with Hanno, son?
Just unsubscribe. Just why not?
You are cheeky. A little bit salty as well, I might add.
And press the dislike button.
All right, cut it out. Enough's enough. Party.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Hit the subscribe
Jordan,
button
are
and
you?
like.
Mohamed Salisu.
Party out.
Abdul Rahman Baba.
Manny, party out.
No, Party wasn't really at fault for that. And that is Bukhari now. Maybe a consolation goal to try to get to take some pride away. Daniel Amate, who stayed on. Attempted back heel there, not quite getting through. And Portugal continues.
Oh yeah,
to
Bruno
play
got this.
Bruno,
I just
João
remembered.
Felix. And again, not able to find Ronaldo on his own. So, Abdul Rahman Baba. Jordan, are you? Alexander Jiku. Daniel Amate. That is Thomas Partey. Abdul Samad. Amate now being allowed to run. Pass back to Salisu.
Yeah. Hannah says, who, Manny?
What was the question?
I think because when you said Baba's name, Hannah said, who, Manny? So, yeah.
Oh. I think Hannah wants him back at Chelsea. That's the point.
Yeah.
Rafael Leao, third goal scorer.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the first
Danilo
player to
being
score 5 men's World Cups.
attack. Yep. We might not see either him or Messi at the next World Cup. Messi has made it clear that he plans to retire from international football. I don't know if he will continue at club level, but we will see, and that is allowed to go out. And Portugal can make a triple substitution. It looks as though Bernardo Silva will be coming off for João Palhinha. And Cristiano Ronaldo's coming off too, along with João Felix. And it will be João Mario and Matthias Ramos who will be coming on. So that's the 3. 10, 11, and 7 coming off. And 6, 17, and 26 coming on. So game management now for Fernando Santos. Gonçalo Ramos is his name. Gonçalo Ramos. Interesting to see who wears the captain's armband now. And obviously, Ronaldo may be a reviled figure in the red half of Manchester, but for the red and green of Portugal, he's still very much number 1. despite wearing number 7, of course. Can Ghana get something out now? Abdul Samad will take the throw in. Actually leaves it to Tariq Lamptey, one of the substitutes. It's William Carvalho who gets the captain's armband. Salisu sends it long. And can Abdul Rahman Baba get onto that? Yes, he can.
Go on.
Attempted cross.
Come on.
And it's a consolation
3-2.
goal from Bukhari, the substitute.
Woo!
1.5 minutes left, and he does the Sioux celebration of his own. But Ghana will need to hurry because they don't have too long to get another reply. I mean, there will be stoppages, but they have to hurry.
Come on, Ghana.
But some excellent work there from Abdul Rahman Baba there. Was able to get in, got the cross in well. Danilo once again ball watching, and Bukhari stepping in and saying, "Muito obrigado, meu amigo." And Diogo Costa simply unable to even dive for that, rooted to the spot. And it's still game on, and there's still hope for the Black Stars. So they've gotten a second goal. If they get a third one to tie it, that would be magnificent. But he can afford the Sioux celebration, and Ronaldo's probably saying, "Hey, nobody does the Sioux celebration but me." And a little bit of definitely some frustrations boiling over. Danilo and Williams getting into a huge scrap, and
Manny, get involved. Be the referee.
Oh, you want me to jump into the television and stop that? Calm down. The referee.
Manny, push him away quickly.
Knock it off, Flair. Knock it off. I just wonder if Williams will be sent off for that, because that was really needless. I do seem to remember an incident in the Premiership when I think it was Leeds United who were playing against Manchester United, I think Robbie Keane got into a bit of a tiff with someone and pushed that person down on the ground because he wasn't happy with the tackle. The then referee Dermot Gallagher, instead of sending off Keane, only punished him with a yellow card. And Gallagher ended up... I'd like to see what the referee's doing here. He's booked both Williams and Danilo after that. So,
good job, Manny.
That's not me, son. You know that's not me. Clearly, Williams doesn't like that. Williams was born in Spain, but chose to play for Ghana.
9 minutes.
Well, it just goes to show. I don't know on what basis they're awarding these many minutes for stoppages, but that will suit Ghana just fine.
Basically,
yeah, go ahead, Flair.
The FIFA president has decided that there's going to be this much at a time. It's because of injuries and stuff like that, and time wasting and stuff like that, and they want to get more action in, because a statistic showed that a large percentage of the game was wasted due to all of these stoppages and stuff like that for injuries and substitutions and stuff like that. So they want more game time to be added on. I think it was about 75% of the 90 minutes was wasted on stops.
Well, Ghana making a couple more substitutions. The number 8, Kiere, is coming on for Abdul Samad. And Alexander Jiku is making way for what looks like the number 26. Let me see who number 26 is. No, number 25, Semenyo. So clearly there is still time, and as long as there's time, there is still hope for Ghana. And they're still coming at Portugal now. Jordan Ayew seems to have recovered a little bit of composure, and now he's starting to run quite well. That is sort of hacked away by Danilo, but only as far as Tariq Lamptey, who can try and thread a cross in, but that was once again too heavy-footed. And clearly Lamptey knows that he put a bit too much boot into that.
What's going on there?
And the poor referee trying to sort of clamp down on that time wasting that you mentioned, Flair. So my only issue with this many minutes is that, if they're going to award these many minutes and the side decides to play keep ball football, I think sides who are winning, winning like Portugal are now, will do whatever they can to try and waste time. But if the referee does, see that and clamp down on them, then that'll be, I guess that'll serve the purpose, perhaps. For example, if let me just see who's been booked now. I mean, Danilo's been the only one who's been booked, but if he were to indulge in some displays of time wasting, he could also be booked and potentially sent off.
Yeah, that explains the added time and stuff like that.
I'm not too sure you can actually send a player off for the crime of time wasting, if you will, but well, that is what it is, and it's certainly added to the drama. So I'm all for it. Rafael Guerreiro with the free kick. Short one to Carvalho, who passed it back, but that's given away, and Ghana can try and start an attack. Jordan Ayew there, trying to start it off. But Portugal win it back.
Go on. Oh, no.
And it finds Rafael Leao. And Lamptey loses out to him. He's in the penalty area, trying to pass it through to...
I know there's 5 minutes left, but yeah.
Tried to pass it through to the number 17 over there, but was cut off brilliantly. Costa's now come out of his penalty area, and he has to be careful. That was extremely risky, but thankfully not very costly. And Bukhari over there obviously getting fouled, and another yellow card has been dished out, this time to Bruno Fernandes. It's back with Lamptey, and Ghana are now going to try and lay siege to the Portuguese goal with about 4 minutes left. Semenyo loses out there to Paulinho.
Oh, my.
And they're coming down the right.
Oh, my.
It's the...
Leo.
Actually, that was how Maria...
Go on now, go on.
That was how Maria who won that, and Paulinho was involved in the attack afterwards, but... Portugal now have it, and they're going to try to slow down the pace of the game. Guerreiro.
Hashim says, Manu replaced Jamie Carragher. Go, never mind. Your comment is elite, no joke.
Appreciate that, guys. I really do. And I certainly cannot stand Sky Sports as commentators. I mean, my personal favourites are the likes of Rob Palmer, Ian Darke, and a few others. I grew up listening to John Motson and Brian Moore, of course. Moore was wonderful, even if he was a little bit biased towards England in a way, but it is what it is. So the seconds are ticking down, and Portugal are trying to do whatever they can to avoid conceding a third. And smacking it at Lamptey there, feeling the full force of that, and Fernandes saying sorry about that.
Oh my God, what is this?
He's only saying sorry because he's on a yellow.
Yeah.
We've got 6 people watching. Make sure you guys smash the likes. Oh.
And that is Paulinho who lays that down. And
go on. Oh.
And Carvalho gets it back. Fernandes. Guerreiro. Carvalho. And now it is with the number 26... Gonzalo Ramos there, and some words being exchanged between him and Daniel Amate. Ronaldo almost cannot bear to watch. And the seconds are being ticking away. Portugal do know that one more goal can put an end to this contest, but they do seem content to try to, hang on. And the referee will remind them, cut out the time wasting, boys. And that is punched or saved by Ziggy. And
come on.
However it's saved, it means that Ghana can try and attack. Less than 2 minutes left. This could very well be their last chance. Sends it down the left now. It is with Jordan Ayew. And that goes out for a Ghanaian throw. Andre Ayew over there, the first goal scorer.
Go
Almost
on now.
Cannot watch.
Cross it. Oh, cross it, man.
Yeah, Bukhari over there thought of crossing it, but it ended up becoming a shot. And Diogo Costa would have had that covered anyway. Nicely curled in. Probably needed a little bit more in terms of dip. And you could see the frustration on the faces of the Ghanaian supporters. And little cheeky gesture there from Ronaldo. Last minute of the game.
There, man.
And this could be almost it, you would imagine. Amate now.
Man.
Well, it's a Portuguese throw now, apparently.
Ronaldo's in the coaching now.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did in the Euro 2016 final after he had to be forced off to injury, and then Eder scored that winner. And that will be flicked behind for a goal kick. So with 30 seconds to go, Lawrence Oldzigi has to try and launch this forward and start an attack. Otto Addo knows he can be proud of his players, but they will rue individual mistakes. Taken long, headed up.
Win that. Oh.
And Mohamed Salisu can win it back, but that's a rather lazy, tired pass. And with that, you think that the referee should blow his whistle. No, he's still allowing Ghana to play. And that's the substitute for Ghana, the number 8. And this could very well be it. Abdul Rahman Baba trying to catch the keeper. But Diogo Costa catches it, and that, you imagine, will be that. Daniel Kofi Kiere was the substitute who came on. And
whoa!
Do we have a twist in the tail? Not quite.
No, we don't.
Well, it's all happening. It's all happening, and the Portuguese are imploring the referee to blow his whistle.
Oh no!
Bruno Fernandes. Could be time for one last attack.
Bruno Fernandes.
Leao can seal it. No, he doesn't. And when will this contest ever end? I think there's another minute that's been added. The referee should blow his whistle right
God,
about
I'll be
now.
dead by the time this game's finished.
No, you're not going to be dead, mate.
Full time.
What a game. This is really what the World Cup is all about.
Woo! What
you
a
can
game.
see the disappointment on the faces of the
Ghanaians. Let's go through the
Ghanaians.
comments.
You can see the relief on the face of... We're going to take a look at this thing right now because they're showing it, okay?
We've got some
clearly over there, it was
some
number...
breaking news. It's official. Arsenal to face Juventus in a friendly match before the return of the domestic league at the Emirates, December 17th, kickoff 6 p.m. UK.
That's nice. A nice return to the club for Wojciech Szczesny after the World Cup.
Yeah. Ryan says, great commentary, Money, you legend. I would love you on Sky Sports.
Yeah, obviously Sky Sports are going to go for the more experienced stuff. I mean, I might have to come back to the UK and earn my crust as a reporter. I enjoy commentary. It's like, see, here's the thing. More often than not, these watch-alongs are basically just people staring at the screen, reacting to what's going on, and just doing that for the whole time. And, you know, these moments of silence are not really what people would want to hear. And yet, if you take a look at the typical watch-along with the likes of Troops and others, you know, it's basically them shouting, come on, come on, come on. And then, glad you agree, Flair. And then, of course, if it's Troops, if Arsenal concede a goal, for example, he'll say, oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Are you taking the mickey? Oh, what about tonight? Oh, what about now?
Most of the time, I don't really watch these watch-alongs because these people, they just stare at the screens and they don't really say anything. It's not really entertaining because you drop viewers and stuff like that. And yeah, man.
Exactly. I mean, you know, if and when I do start my own channel, I will be doing a lot of watch-alongs. But, you know, obviously with Orest and Hanno and others doing a lot of stuff for the World Cup, I'm happy to, you know, be a part of this. So, Orest, once again, thank you for having me on. And anyway, back to business. What was your opinion of that game? I know Portugal won, but Ghana scored 2 goals. It was exciting until the very end. Let me hear what you have to say.
I've got to go now, so if I can just...
Yeah. Claire, you go first. Sorry about that, mate.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, good display by Portugal. You know, obviously, they did control most of the game, but then the second half, Ghana did try and do their hardest to try and get the 3 points out of that game. You know, they did very well. Ghana should take that as a 3 points, to be honest with you. Although they didn't claim the 3 points, I think they should be happy with their performance. So, yeah, but for Portugal, I mean, there was no doubt that they was going to win it. So, obviously, you can find me, afc.flair on Instagram. And, Yeah, thank you.
No worries,
Cheers,
man.
mate.
Big up for joining.
Take care of
Big up
yourself,
for
and we'll
joining.
see
Big
you
up.
later
See
on.
you guys
Definitely.
later.
Right,
Absolutely.
see you
Cheers.
guys later.
And
Man.
Oris, now to you. What was your opinion of the game?
They should have started the lot, money. Because for me, concerned, I think it was awful today, man. But listen, they got Portugal. They got Bruno Fernandes, obviously 2 assists. Obviously, Ronaldo's got a penalty. Yeah, listen, Portugal, they were good today, and it's a Ghana, man. Obviously, they scored the 2 goals. But yeah, Mohamed Kudus, man, what a player! What
Oh
a
yeah,
player, man!
definitely,
What a player.
definitely my man of the match, win or lose. And he certainly gave it his all and was certainly a wonderful figure in that central midfield partnership. And obviously, of course, they did evolve from a 5-4-1 to a 5-3-2 with Williams being supported by Andre Ayew eventually. So you would think that instead of playing 5 at the back, I would certainly like to see either Seydou or Abdul Rahman Baba rather, to come into the midfield and make it a 4-4-2. Because again, when you have a situation again where where the wing backs can't bomb forward, even if they do bomb forward, they still leave quite a bit for the three to do. And sometimes you can't expect them to bomb forward. That was a similar problem which Wales faced when they played against the USA. And then, of course, they'll be coming up against Iran tomorrow. So maybe they're going to have some tactical thinking to do. But Ghana have endeavor, they have ability, and they will be a tough match for teams in this group. Luis Suarez, they're coming for you, and they want revenge. You better watch out, son. And of course, there was a game earlier today between Uruguay and South Korea. I believe that finished in a 0-0 draw. So I don't know if you got to see that. I believe Hanno was covering that. What did you think of that?
What was that?
Yeah, I was just asking you about the Uruguay-South Korea game. That finished in a 0-0 draw. Did you get to see that, and what did you think of that?
Yeah, I did a watch along with Hanno, to be fair, on this channel. So, can you hear me?
Beautiful. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, son. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, as I said, I did a watch along on Hanno's channel, and yeah, I did a watch along on Hanno's channel. So yeah, it was a boring game. Korea should have taken the chances, money, and for me, if Korea would have taken the chances, they would have won. So yeah.
So, not too sure what their next game will be, but obviously they will have it tough against Portugal later on, and Ghana obviously going to be looking for revenge as well. So, Ghana can take a lot from this game, but they probably will have to start tightening up a little bit defensively. And if that means ditching the back 5 and moving into a back 4, then so be it. What I can say is that Otto Addo will have a lot of tactical thinking to do. And that penalty, well, listen, I have seen similar penalties not given, and because the contact was that minimal. But sometimes the referees have to, decide to, follow the letter of the law. I'm not too sure if, from that angle, I'm not even too sure if Salisu actually touched it. If there was any kind of a touch, it might have been, very faint. And VAR certainly wasn't called to investigate that. And obviously, the headlines would be partially about Ronaldo. But again, if Ghana had drawn 3-3, he would have been left rather upset. But, it is what it is. He starts his World Cup with a win. And would you say Portugal look on course to... they should qualify, definitely, but how far do you think they'll go in the tournament? Oris, you're freezing once again, son. Well, it looks as though he might have to refresh his connection and then come back. And Ronaldo obviously has now jumped to the top of the table in terms of World Cups in which he's scored. Lionel Messi has only scored in 4 World Cups, and in his first World Cup, he was really only a substitute, never had a chance to really get on the score sheet. So that is one record which probably may or may not be broken. Again, showing the highlights of the Ghana goal. Excellent work from Mohamed Kudus, easily Ghana's best player of the night. Exploiting the weakness in the Portuguese defense. And that speed took him past the defender there. It took him past the defender. Between Danilo's legs, and Jordan Ayew was there to clean it up. So at 1-0, Ghana were looking very good. And obviously, they wanted to make some substitutions, and they made them. But one of those substitutes ended up losing the ball. And with that, Portugal ended up making Ghana pay because the Black Stars lost their sense of organization. You can see over there, are you not able to really get that? And once again, that pressing from Portugal really paying dividends. So,
Can you hear me now?
possible, I should be able to hear you now. Just going over the highlights.
That's fine.
A possible claim for an offside for the João Felix goal, but that wasn't investigated by VAR. I think there will be some talking points about that goal in question. But then there was a third goal for Portugal from the substitute, Rafael Leao. I think Rooney and Figo are discussing that goal, whether that was an offside. But
Portugal, Portugal, Ghana out, Ghana out, oh Ghana are out, oh Ghana are
and
out.
Jordan Ayew, the substitute, once again losing out, and once again Ghana being punished. Fernandez being allowed to run at the defence,
But yeah,
finding
Money,
Leao
you
in
asked me a
acres of
question.
space.
Did you ask me a question, Money?
I did ask you. I wanted to ask you how far you see Portugal going in this World Cup.
Semi-finals, Max.
What did I say?
Decent shout.
I
I certainly
think
don't think that. I don't think they'll go. And marginally onside there was Leao, so
I
able
think
to slide that
I
past the
said
keeper.
I think I said quarterfinals.
Yeah,
Quarterfinals.
quarterfinals for me too, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do go out in the second round. And this second goal for Ghana is the result of some great work from Abdul Rahman Baba, able to find Bukhari there, who imitated the Siu celebration as if to say, anything you can do, I can do better. The only problem was that goal proved to be too little too late.
Yeah.
Credit to Ghana for continuing to battle and battle hard, and they're certainly a team which has shown a lot of heart in this game, but I think a few individual mistakes have cost them, and that's what they will look back on. So Addo in particular will need to be a little bit more proactive with regard to making his substitutions. Next time there's a stoppage, bring on your players. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But an exciting game, and I'm looking forward to seeing Brazil open their account in less than an hour from now. So I'll hope to join you then. Orest, you might need to catch your breath after that, huh?
Yeah, man. I need a rest. Obviously, we will be doing England, USA. By the way, Money, what time do you want the preview out?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, obviously, I have to prepare to do some work for Brazil, Ghana, but immediately after that, I will hop on. I don't have anything else.
That's fine. So I'll schedule it for 9 p.m. then. Right, we'll read the last comments that we'll wrap up. So obviously, yep, Hannah said live. Yep, make sure you guys tune into Coach's Corner. It will be live for the Brazil-Serbia watch-along where Anthony, whether he's starting or not, let me just double check. Let me check right now for you guys. But yeah, man. Listen, could Serbia cause an upset? Who knows? Who knows?
No, they can't. They're shite. They're overhyped, overclassed.
Yeah, 100%. Let me just double check Brazil's Instagram. I don't even. What's the?
Neymar's on 75 goals. He only needs another 2 to equal Pele's record. But because he has at least 30 more caps, Pele will always be the greatest.
I
And
don't even know
in addition,
Brazil's Instagram name. Let me just check. I have no idea, but let me just go on live scoring out right now and check the lineup. But yeah, man, let's go for the host. Obviously, Money host. Emoji. Listen, you never know. Craig says Saudi Arabia wants its investors to take over Manchester United. Let's see, man. I'm not gonna get gassed let's just see, man, because at the end of the day, it is business. It's not gonna happen quickly. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. So let's see what happens. England captain Harry Kane fit to play against America, says Gareth Southgate. Good. That's good. That's good for us, but I
I mean,
don't know,
not
man.
really. I would have loved to have seen Sterling and Rashford start, to be honest. And certainly Rashford can provide that type of pressure from the very beginning. He is in good form. He's high on confidence. Kane hasn't scored. I mean, look, Kane may very well be the captain, but if neither he or Jordan Henderson are playing, just hand the captaincy to
Yeah.
if
So
neither
the
of them are playing.
Brazils.
If neither of
Yeah.
them are playing, the captaincy could go to Harry Maguire. Ugh.
So the
Harry,
Brazil lineup
Harry.
is Alisson, Danilo, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Alexandro, Casemiro, Paqueta, Rafinha, Neymar, Vinicius, and Richarlison. So interesting lineup. Obviously, Anthony on the bench, which okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
Right.
Also,
And
Manny's
that, of
boy
course,
Martinelli on the bench as well.
yeah. Gabriel
On the
Jesus is on the
bench,
bench as well.
on the
So
bench, where
obviously
you
you're quite happy
belong.
with Casemiro starting. Is Fred there? Or
Further on the bench, yeah.
okay, Anthony?
Bench.
Well, Casemiro's enough. Certainly, he's been a good buy for Manchester United, and if we didn't have Thomas Partey, I'd snap him up. But it is what it is, and I think he will be very key for
But
certainly a
yeah,
key player for Manchester United in the second half of the season. So you treat him well and hold on to him, yeah.
100%. So let's start obviously shouting at socials now. Manny, do you want to shout at socials?
Yes, as usual, you can catch me on Twitter at Thangatherai1981. That's my surname and my year of birth. On Instagram, it's Manny Thangatherai1981, which is my first name and my year of birth. And you can also catch me on several other channels on YouTube. Big up, obviously, to Oris Talks Football and the Coach's Corner with Hannah Trollope. Love working with these two channels as much as I can, and glad to be a part of this ongoing World Cup coverage. Also, you can find me on Del Boy Gunner TV, S. Featley TV, Tony Claude Gunner TV, Danny AFC TV on occasional Thursday nights. Shout out as well to the Bournemouth-based Up the Cherries in All Departments, which is a Bournemouth fan channel. We are doing some work as well, and we started a series called World Cup Cherries, where we analyze England's performances and the squad and talk about a few other things. And I'm just happy to keep coming on YouTube, discussing football with some like-minded fans of all ages. It's not so much about our loyalty to the teams, but our love for the game, and that's what unites us, and that's why I'm not too happy to engage in banter. But once again, this is something that makes me really happy, and I'm grateful to keep doing this for as long as possible. I will hope to see all of you again with Hanno in about an hour or so, or 45 minutes or so. But until then, take care of yourselves, enjoy your evening, stay safe, stay happy, don't do anything I wouldn't do. And for now, I'm out.
Big up, Manny. Hannah, where can people find you?
Yes. So, if you don't know already, and you're watching this on Ores's channel, on YouTube, Coach's Corner, on Instagram, Hunter_Coach_Corner, on Twitter, Hunter_Coach Corner, and yeah, man, be up for us for the stream. I know he's been for a lot, of these two games, doing them. So shout out to you, Ores, bro. Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a good game, the Brazil one, and hopefully Brazil can score a few goals. So yeah.
Cool. Let's go through quickly through the comments. Fraud now though dive a oh well he ruins all the touches. Gone a good try. I said 3-1. See I was close, I know. But found out my bad cough and aches is COVID. Jeez, but World Cup show must go on. Talk Canada and Villa and ref screen Canada and Ghana. Who next? Manny, you
So
did a
yeah,
great
that's
job,
nice.
says Moss. Yeah, 100%. Moss says, Hannah, I was close 3-1. Cool. You guys have World Cup Fantasy League. Hannah does, I think. Hannah, do you have one?
I have one, but I don't use it. No, I don't have one. I have a predictor one. So yeah, I have a predictor one. But I don't really use it, to be honest. So yeah, that's that on
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
Cool. Big up, guys. Big up everyone in the comments. Big up Manny and obviously Hano. So the Watchalong Portugal. It was more entertaining than the South Korea one, but yeah, man. Do smash the likes if you're watching from my channel or Hano's channel. Do smash the likes. And we will see you next time for the England USA preview, which should start at 9 p.m. Big up.
Viva Ronaldo! Viva Ronaldo!